we're at Halfway Hotsprings, one of the best natural and free hot springs experiences in British Columbia. And in this video, I'm going to show you what to expect and give you lots of information to help you plan your trip here, because you need to come experience this. Arrived here quite late last night because we drove from Canmore via Revelstoke. So we got the ferry across our lake, which is a pretty good experience in itself with some beautiful views out over the lake. But from there, it was only a 20-minute drive to the forestry access road, which is infamous for being covered in mud and snow and having deep ruts. But it's the 23rd of April right now and we had no issues with that. We do have a truck and it does a 4x4, but it doesn't have much clearance, and I think you'd be fine coming here with a normal car. That being said, the roads did claim a victim in that we came across a guy that was broken down and we tried to help as much as we could, but honestly we couldn't figure out what was wrong with the car, and luckily someone was able to tow him out down to the cost because the vehicle serviced. As I said, we're here at the end of April, so it means the mornings and the nights are very cold, but coming into the hot pools here is perfect. So I think this is a really good time of year to come, and it's technically shoulder season, so it means that there aren't many people around. In fact, right now we're the only ones here. Last night we came down and there were a few other people around, but no more than 5 people. Like, it was just still serene, but definitely cold, brisk mornings. This is the place to be this time of year. So what do you need to know about Halfway Hotsprings? Well, there is a campsite here, and that's where we stayed last night in the truck. It's $20 a night in cash, but we've not seen anyone come around to collect any of that money. The springs themselves are about 300 meters away from the campsite, and to get here you walk down a forest track and down some steep stairs to the riverbank, which is quite nice. Then when you get to the bottom of those stairs, you're pretty much at the pools themselves. So if you walk around the path a bit, you'll come across the changing rooms, and they are open air and they are as basic as they come, but they do give you some privacy to change into your gear here at the pools. Back to the pool, back to the pool, back to the pool. There are 3 pools here. The one closest to the changing rooms is the warmest by far. It is so toasty and so nice, especially on the cold April nights and now cold April morning. And then the pool next to that is kind of lukewarm. It seems like it's the runoff from that first pool. And then the pool that we're in right now is somewhere in between. It's very, very comfortable, and you have a lovely view of the river while you sit here and relax. Unfortunately, one thing we've seen here is some trash lying around, usually in the form of alcohol. And we actually came down last night to have a few beers ourselves, but of course packed all our stuff back out with us. And there was a few more cans around last night, and now this morning they're not here, so we're wondering if someone has come and cleaned it up. Either way, don't be that person. Like, do take out what you bring in. It's not that far to your vehicle to be leaving rubbish here, and it's so pristine and so beautiful, and of course it is a shared facility, so you don't want to be impeding the use for others. Right, we are just about done. All good things must come to an end, and we've got somewhere else to be today, so we're going to say goodbye to the hot springs, get changed, and head up to the campsite. So we'll show you what the campsite's like, and then we'll say goodbye from there. I tell you what, see any relaxation that the pool instilled in you? This hill takes us straight back out. It's not even big, but it's just not what you want to do when your body's feeling like a wet noodle but it is short. We're back at the campsite now, and I'll give you a little tour before I do a sign off and show you the truck, to show you what I came up here in. But yeah, there's plenty of space for like 2 vehicles here, or a truck and a trailer. And if we go over here, you can get yourself a nice big picnic bench for all your food and your family. Nice to be sitting around in the evening. And fires are allowed, but you do have to bring your own wood because you're not allowed to cut down any of these trees. But there's plenty of tinder and kindling lying around. Like there's plenty of this stuff. I don't know what you call it, but I call it old man's beard or Merlin's beard. Makes great tinder. I'll just show you my beloved adventure wagon before I do a sign off here. This is my beloved truck. That's not a truck. This is my beloved Chevy Avalanche. But you can see there's not much clearance on this vehicle. Like there's not even a foot. And we got up the road just fine. We do have all-terrain tires on, 10 ply, just in case. And it is 4x4, but didn't need to use it. Although it can be slippy on that gravel, the back end was stepping out a bit. But I'll show you why I love this truck. The mid-gate folds down, so we actually sleep with our heads and bodies in this part of the truck, and stick our feet back in through there. And it does the job perfectly. So the reason I'm telling you is because I rate this truck so much, and I think if you're an adventure person like myself, this should be on your radar. But to get up the road to here, you do not need a truck, you'll be fine in a car. So that was Halfway Hotsprings, guys, and not much more to say. We're gonna have tacos and then we're gonna get out of here. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.